Hey YouTube, I'm gonna be streaming on TikTok. I'm not ignoring anyone in this stream, it's just that I'm gonna be double streaming on this one, just to let you know. Hey guys, how are you? All right, guys, here's how it goes. I am double streaming, so I'm doing, so on TikTok, I'm gonna be doing the free yes and no on the crystal ball. So that's a form of scrying called speed scrying. If you're interested in learning how to scry and gaze, I teach that as well if you're interested in learning crystal ball. So I'm going to be doing that once the stream loads, and then readings are fulfilled if you want to book. Readings are fulfilled on YT. You can't say the full name. And the tarot is 25. So I'll repeat that in like a minute or so, just letting the stream load to let you know what I'm doing on here, what I offer. All right, here we go. So I'm going to be starting free yes and no with the crystal ball. So this is called speed scrying or speed gazing. Again, I give full readings with the crystal ball as well, and those are available in my shop. But this style fits the yes and no, where you get a message. Okay. I'm going to be doing these complimentary, so these are free of charge. If you want a tarot, they're 25. I fulfill the readings on YT, you can't say the name, because of the increased censorship on this stream, okay? So you meet me on there, I'm already streaming on there. So that would be that, okay? So here we go. So we're gonna start. Hey YT, if you guys want a free yes, no, you can meet me at TikTok, but I fulfill my readings on YT because you can't say the name, but it's because of the censorship happening on this platform is too much. So I do it on this side over here. Okay, guys. Okay, back to this side. Let's see. So I'm going to start with the questions. If you did book a reading with me and you're on my list, let me know because I have to pull up the order. And it's through my shop. So again, tarot is 25 and I fulfill it on the other place, YT, not on here because of the censorship, where you can barely say anything anymore. Okay, we're starting with the free yes and no. Let's see, this one is for Surit, right? Does R truly love you? So go ahead, I don't do letters. Go ahead and give me either their name or a nickname or their horoscope sign if you just want to give the horoscope sign and you don't want to give their name. I don't like letters. Okay, Alyssa, is Richard looking at your social media? I'm gonna ask, instead of the social media, I'm just gonna ask if he misses you. If he really is still in love with you, if he misses you, okay? All right, so this brings up something a little bit, you know, I guess it pulls at heartstrings. It seems like something like that. So this is a guy who is dealing with the memory of thinking about something with fertility. So maybe there was a pregnancy scare. Maybe he thought that you were pregnant at one point. Maybe he was worried about that. Maybe it's because he wanted a baby with you at some point. In other words, it envisions the future. So in other words, understand what I'm seeing, understand what I'm saying to you. Sometimes I'm misunderstood. So let me clarify that. So I'm asking about his feelings. Is he still in love with you? The answer is yes. Now, what am I seeing? I'm seeing him, with you, and it seems like you're pregnant. So I'm not saying that you are. That's ridiculous. I do not play doctor, and I don't do anything medical. Okay? So that's not what I'm saying. It's the subject of a connection. So it has nothing to do with the medical part. It has to do with the fact that this man is invested in you in a deep way. In other words, the message is saying that he envisioned long term. So sometimes you're going to either see the wedding or something like that, or sometimes it's something deeper, like he envisions, that you had a connection, or maybe he could really see you and him forever at one point. So he's hurting. So this is underneath it. So if he's pissed off, this is going to be underneath that. Okay? So in other words, I'm saying to you that yes, he's still in love with you and you're not out of his mind. So whatever situation is going on, it seems like you should rectify, because Okay, so this person envisioned long time with you at one point, and it's significant enough. I assume the woman that I'm seeing with the pregnancy belly is you. I'm assuming it's you. I don't know unless let me find out, because these are those quirky things where if he's dealing with that with somebody else, that's a whole other ballgame. Because remember, that's why tarot readings are so important, because it tells the whole story. This is a vision giving you an answer, but let me break that ice and find out. Give me a second. Yeah, it's you. It's you. So it's you, and there's also another clue as well in this. This also talks about when a person is under the influence of someone or something. So let's go back a minute. This is why yes and no is good, but it can be quirky. It can be tricky and cumbersome. That's why readings are readings, All right. So you're asking if he's in love with you. Well, you asked me about something online or whatever, but I wanted to cut to the chase. I'm seeing he is. Okay. I see him and a woman that looks pregnant in front of him, but sometimes that, because I'm reading on his feelings, that can just be that he wanted that, or that he maybe he pictured that once, or maybe that's something that he knew right away when he fell in love with you. And if he's pissed off, it's still in his root, because sometimes a man can be pissed off but know he's still in love and hate that. He could be mad at himself because he's still in love with you and he doesn't want to because he's hurt or whatever, whatever the deal is, I don't know. So there's that. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, make sure it's her. It is you. But it's also talking about when you mentioned that, there was an abrupt, whatever between both of you, breakup or whatever you said, it also gives us a clue that when I asked, was it you? Yes, absolutely. The answer is also coming in with some kind of obtrusive influence. So for example, let's say a person is, chasing the dragon a lot, or they take a substance, or they drink, or they, whatever, or they're dealing with a crowd of people that's changing their mind. It's when a person's not thinking straight, when their head's foggy, when they're not, let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing the infidelity part as of right now. I don't mean this minute. I don't mean this exact minute. I mean, I mean more like this phase of time, like a couple of weeks ago, a couple of weeks from now, okay? Um, are you home?
Yes.
You scared the shit out of me, honey. I'm streaming. You didn't tell me, and I'm doing a read, and I see someone walking by, and my heart just went like, I'm doing a reading, and I said, are you serious right now? No.
I didn't want to be loud. What do you expect?
Okay. Close the door. Let me finish streaming.
Okay, I'm home.
I love you.
Love you.
I said, oh shit. What the fuck was that? I mean, I see ghosts all the time, but not in my living room, you know what I mean? Anyway, moving along. Oh my God, that was just, okay. Now, I want to confirm something, because you're saying that he's distracted with women. I didn't see the other women part of it. I did see the substance. You can't say certain words. So let me see. Okay, so we're going down Pandora's box, but let me explain. I don't see that there's a situation with another female. So I'm not saying that wasn't part of the history. I don't know your history. I'm seeing that that's not something now, and that's usually something I pick up on like immediately. But here's the thing, though. When and the substance was the bottle. You can't say anything on this censored crap. You know what I mean? But here's a clue. He didn't break up with you because of the liquor. So that means there's another reason. And you know, I was gonna keep chipping away at it like I usually do, but you know, I'm only doing free yes and no. So I would say yes, he's still in love with you. Let me see something. One more thing about the in love part. Yeah, he's still very much in love with you. It's just that there's a problem. There's a problem with apparently what he's feeling is so strong. Yeah. So it's almost like when a person is, you can't deny, he can't deny that he's in love with you. He can't just push a button and make it stop. But sometimes when a person's feeding off anger or whatever is going on with him, it will fade. I do see, I don't know what's going to happen with the problem because I'm not doing a read on it, but if two people are in love, it's not over. So that connection is definitely not over. And like I said, it was so strong how I saw that he wanted forever with you. That just doesn't erase like that. Okay? All right. Hope that helped. All right, guys. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. Hey guys, if I miss your questions and stuff, I don't do it on purpose. I try to, when I'm dealing with one person, I get very sucked into what I'm doing, you know? So I can't, I'm not a lizard. You know, a lizard, you know, like half their brain could be hunting and then the other half could be sleeping. I'm not a lizard. Okay. Karina, is Dahlia ever coming back? Dahlia. Oh, like the flower. Oh, it doesn't have an H at the end? I thought Dahlia was spelled with an H. Okay, let's ask for Karina. So this is kind of weird. I mean, I see what I see. It is what it is. It is accurate. It's just kind of weird to say it. So I do see a person kind of like, either if it's modeling, it's burlesque, or maybe they're strip pole dancing. I don't know that I'm seeing like a woman that's wanting that type of job. So either she's having a hard time with money, or this has to do with maybe someone she was helping, or maybe it's a friend you guys have in common. There is the vision that I'm seeing is that. So this is either, you know, her whereabouts, like what she's dealing with right now, or maybe she's turning to that, or she's helping someone in that situation. Again, I don't know the story. It's a female that is kind of like posing, but then I also see the kind of like that type of dancer. So I don't know. It could be that she's doing a photo shoot and it's of that theme. It could be that. You know, I don't know. I also saw something else that might be important. It's a woman standing by, I would say it looks like a pier or a dock. So it's like a wooden bridge and there's water. So again, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with her, but that's what I'm seeing. I would say the person's energy feels to me like they are having problems, and that if they don't, and it also you know, that they're lost as well. So maybe they're too lost trying to help someone else, you know. So that's the answer that I'm getting here. So I would say, if I have to say yes or no, I would say no, because the energy is so far away from you, from what you're asking, you know. Okay, Maricel, will Michael come home this November? So if that's, so you see, if it's questions on medical or military or something like that, I'd rather, you know, home from what? Like if he's, you know, in a situation where he can't, you know, I'd rather get the clear question. Unless you want a reading, then you don't have to give me any information. But when I'm doing free yes and no, I want it clear. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Do you know, Velasco? Do you know what that vision has to do with her? Would she turn to that lifestyle, or would she be involved in some kind of photos like that? Like, it's a person can have photos taken without an issue with different types of risque bathing suits and stuff. You know, it's summer. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a lot of ways to, you know, show like your outfits, you know. But I just saw that there was another underlying, whoever is taking the pictures, maybe they're part of something shady. Maybe it's not that. Okay. Because you got to realize, you know, I don't want to assume that it's her. It can also be like who she's dealing with, you know. But I'd rather discuss it with you, because maybe there's something. Oh, I think. Oh, hey guys, I'm getting a lot of questions on here. Give me 1 second. I just want to finish with Velasco, because Velasco, you there? Maybe it's the environment she's in also, you know. Sometimes places by the beach can be very fancy, and then sometimes they can have all kinds of shady characters. And somebody she's dealing with is involved in, yeah, that kind of like adult entertainment kind of stuff. Maybe it's not her. but I don't see her, or maybe she got disconnected. So we're going to go on to the next question. Connie, is your ex-husband feeling miserable after the divorce? Well, you mean, well, your marriage was 33 years, right? Or the way you're saying it, I think is, oh wait, unstable connection. I don't know if my connection is still connected. Oh, I may have to disconnect because I got a connection alert. Hopefully you guys can hear me. The question that you're getting, sweetheart, is saying that your divorce was 33 years ago. So I think you're saying that you just got divorced, but your marriage was 33 years, right? I just want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, no, I know. Okay, sweetheart, I gotcha. Okay, so let's find out. All right, so this is bringing back, I believe this is taking us back to 2019 or so. It's a woman with a mask. The hair, well, I'm not going to get into the hair description and all of that. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to get sidetracked. But yes, I do see a woman wearing a mask talking to a man. So if you guys started to have problems during COVID, a couple of years ago, it's been a while. It's pretty much in the past, but it's bringing up that time. Was there something specific about the COVID times that started the path towards the divorce? Because it's bringing up that time frame. Oh, thank you so much for the night star. Oh, hey, Elena, how are you? I'll get right to you, sweetheart. Okay, so then was it an affair? Because there's a woman with a mask and him around that time. So I will describe her. The hair is kind of like I wouldn't say it's blonde, and I wouldn't say it's dark brown. It's like when the color is really light brown with, I guess, some like a blondish color, and it's like blown out, that kind of style. And it's a woman with a mask, and he is talking to her. So that is what I'm seeing. So if he's happy, I would say if that's not you, then the connection is not with you. So then the answer is he happy? I would say then yes, because it shows a disconnection. So yeah, I would say that he is happy. If you want to know what's up with his life and what's going on, I can do a life check and a mind read. My tarot is 25 if you're interested. But if you're not interested, I'm already telling you no. It talks about the connection severing. So an indicator would be that I would see a memory with you or something with you. And let me see if I see anything else. Okay, so I still see an attraction to another woman. So at that point, whether something really happened or not, we're talking about his headspace. So sometimes people feel that in their mind, and they don't act towards it. So again, yeah, I would say yes, he's happy. Well, thank you so much for the Night Star. Just to let you know, guys, I don't sell readings by tokens or anything like that. My tarot is just 25 through my shop. Just to let you know. So I think hobbyists accept tokens and stuff like that. But small businesses, like legitimate corporations, like we just have our own commerce, our own store. So I think maybe that's the difference, is I'm a business and they are, I think, doing it as a hobby or something. All right. But if you have a question, no, go ahead, please, by all means. Okay, let's see. Elena, how does your ex Amarildo feel for you? We're talking after 6 years, no contact. Okay, so I'm gonna make the question in a yes and no. Is Amarildo in love with you? No. No. I see that he experienced something that made him think about things differently. I think he's acting more out of, I don't know, like an older wisdom, I guess. I wouldn't say it's in love. No, I would say to you without a doubt, don't put your feelings too much in an expectation. I would say take things very slow, because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be the result that you want. So keep yourself in check. That way you don't exhaust your feelings too much, and you just, you keep the connection, because I do see it be good, but just be aware, okay? I'm telling you that without a doubt. All right, let's see. So this is Saya. Will Lindy agree to fix things? Okay, Lindy. Okay, so I'm seeing a person with a dog. I can describe the breed, but I'm not that good at dog breeds. That's not the most important though. I'm also seeing that there's a man in the picture and he's tormented by something. So this could indicate something like a mental health problem. So if this person is dealing with an issue that is weighing heavy on them, so sometimes there's a sick family member or something like that, maybe it's a close friend, this is an indicator of strain. So there's that, and then there's the person with the dog. So this also means trouble in the home. Dogs don't mean that. It's what I'm seeing she feels. I just didn't say it right, sorry. It's thinking and feeling too many things at once. But yes, I would say that's their current energy right now. So to answer your question was, if they're gonna contact you or something, right? I'm trying to look for the question. I would say no, because they're dealing with something. It's not that they're not going to contact you, because they will, but I do see them, interrupted by, this person with issues. All right. Okay. Hope that helps. I think my connection is okay. Is it still good? All right. Hey YT, how are you? So KH831 is asking questions. And Serene, hi, how are you, Serene? Eleanor, how are you? I'm answering yes and no on TikTok. So if you guys want to meet me on there, I fulfill my readings only on YT, okay? Because this one's too censored. So if you're gonna book a reading, stay there because I only do them on YT, all right? But I'm not ignoring you guys. It's just that I have to turn my attention back to here because I'm doing this on there, okay? But they're very censored now, so I don't do my readings on there. Thank you for checking out my live. All right, back to here. Let's see. Kenyatta, will Brittany and you reconcile? I would say yes, but let me tell you something how I'm seeing this person. So I'm seeing this female leaning over, trying to like blow a kiss to a wild animal. So this reminds me of zoos or safaris or people that own wild cats. You know, or like they have a special permit for like wild animals or wanting to own like exotic animals, something with wildlife is what I'm seeing, which is kind of weird, but maybe this is her passion. Maybe this is something that she's wanting. Maybe this is something she told you about. I don't know the connection, but this is very meaningful to her in some way, or maybe it's someone she's dealing with. But I would say yes, I would say the connection is not done. But most importantly, I see that her energy is focused somewhere else. Not necessarily a person, but I would say somewhere else. So I do see distance because of that. All right, but I wouldn't say it's over. All right, thank you. Hey guys, I'm trying to get to everybody. I just want to say, I like spamming. I like when people put the question a lot because it just means I see you easier. What I hate is when someone is rude and says, "You ignored me." I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get to everybody because I get really sucked into the zone of when I'm asking a question for somebody. But I like when you spam it because it just means I'm going to get to it and it helps me out. So I do appreciate that. Hey, DMD, thank you so much for all those night stars. Is there anything a question that you have for me? I really appreciate the tokens. Like I said, I'm not set up to really take tokens, but I think they do help the live, so I do appreciate them. But if you do want a reading, it's through my shop. It's $25 for tarot. But if you have a question, please let me know. And again, thank you so much for your stars. Okay, Maddie, will Mr. Stuber and you ever reconcile again, even if it's for a brief moment? Okay, not a problem. Okay, so I do see a person sitting down and having some kind of, I don't know if it's leg therapy or if it's like some kind of, yoga workout or something like that. Or maybe it's like some, like I said, like maybe it could be some leg therapy or something. I don't know if he helps people like that or that need that, not people like that, people that need those services, I should say. Or if he himself is involved with something like that. Maybe he does therapy, maybe he teaches, maybe he coaches, maybe he himself is, there's something very significant to that. So it talks about a person helping someone heal, or maybe he's healing. Has he been through any leg injury, or does he do certain types of exercises daily as part of his routine? What does are you aware of something like that? Okay. Do you know if he's in therapy right now, or if that was in the past? Because I want to answer I want to hone in more on the question that you asked me. And if it's a tarot reading, I see the whole story in front of me with, half the deck or whatever. But, or, whatever many cards. But when it's gazing, it's a message. And since I don't know the story, I rely on you to understand it, because I'm just telling you what I see. Okay. So if this is going back to that, okay, and your question is about love, let me hang on. I'm getting an invitation here. Okay. If it's going back to the past like that, and your question is about love, well, actually, no, wait a minute. Yours wasn't about love. Yours just was if you were gonna, even if for a brief moment, if you were gonna reconcile, which could be platonic or romantic. I left it open. I didn't really anchor it to any emotion. That means that this person goes back to something of trauma. So that means that if it's taking, the vision goes all the way back to a traumatic moment, or at least the aftermath of that, right? It means that it plays a role in the distance. So that being said, let me ask something. Hang on a minute. All right, I do see that with, so I have like a 3-part answer. Number one, I can for sure tell you that in the next chunk of time, so let's give it like a 6-month period. That's as far as I'm looking right now. I do not see anything physically romantic heavy. So I could tell you right now there's not going to be any smoochy. But I do see that if left alone, the connection can stay kind of stagnant. But if you are, okay. But I do see that if you put a little bit of effort, here and there with your own intuition, like having, choosing the right moments, I do see friendly connection. So I do see at least one significant moment. And I don't mean moment, I mean like maybe an outing or maybe, because I don't see that you're outside anywhere. I actually see that this is more like a business setting, or something like a school, or something like enclosed, something formal. But anyway, besides that, I do see that there is a friendly atmosphere. I see that you will be conversing and enjoying the company. So I do see that. So there is a repair. But I don't see that it repeats and continues. Often, I think you leave on a good, you reconnect and you stay in a good place, but I don't think that you're just going to be super close from then on, like calling each other every day and like seeing each other 3 times a week or something. I don't see that, but I do see a reconnection, and I do see that, as time goes by, like you stay in a good spot, is how I, like with each other, like in good terms, I should say. But I think it's going to take a little bit of effort to get there. I don't think it's going to be so easy just like that. If you leave it alone, I think it just could just kind of like, I don't know, stay kind of stagnant and stale. So I think you have to, maybe like a holiday comes up or something, like in your own kind of way, reach out. I think that's what's going to stimulate it. It needs stimulation, but not heavy. So I hope that helps out. Okay, and again, the injury, I guess, could go back to the root of a lot of things for him. I think maybe this is something heavy that weighs on him, because if not, maybe he's tired of healing from it. Maybe he's very down by dealing with that in his body. Maybe it upsets him, All right, thank you so much, sweetheart. Okay, let's see. S, does Jaden have feelings towards you? So, okay. Does he know that you like him? Because I see a strange gap between you and him. So usually when I see that, it's when one person likes, person A likes person B, but person B doesn't really know. Like when a crush is one way kind of thing. Or the distance is too much. Like, let's say two people are talking online and the other person's kind of being catfished and they don't know it. There's a strange gap. I don't know where it's coming from because I'm not doing the full reading, but there's a strange gap between you and him. So either he doesn't know. Okay. So then that means he hasn't seen it. Are you sure that's his number? Can you try it another way? There's something strange about that. So I'm telling you, there's something interrupting him getting it. If he would see it, I would see immediately his feeling of receiving that message. I don't think he got it. Okay. Does he show his read receipts? Can you tell he read it? And you gotta realize too, sometimes nosy people, friends or a girlfriend or something, they can take the phone and read a message and it's not the person. I'm telling you that I do not feel that he has seen it. And if he did, he doesn't realize it's you. Okay. I got you. Yeah, he hasn't seen it. Yeah. When he sees it, if you want to pop back in the stream when I'm streaming, usually it's Monday through Friday around 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, that's around the time. Or just click the bell because I sometimes have a weird schedule. You're more than welcome to pop in and ask me again. Okay, and because I'll tell you what he felt or whatever. And if you guys spoke, don't let me know. Don't say anything if you guys spoke, because I want to see what organically comes up. That's how I work. I like a clear question, but I like to see what shows immediately. Okay, yeah. So that way I can pick up on stuff and tell you right away. I mean, if you tell me, it's fine, but I like to, I guess it's my way of working because I'm a stranger online and I'm reading on people's feelings and lives. And I guess if I work really hard and show people, that I'm authentic, I guess I'm addressing their things with pure heart, not like them turning around and saying, oh my God, did I reveal anything? Could she have just said that because I said that? So that's the way I work. Okay. All right, honey. Thank you. Yeah, he hasn't read it, I'm telling you. Okay, I think I'm clear now. I've gotten to all questions. I will be back, guys, and I will be answering more questions. If I didn't get a chance to answer your question, don't worry. I always do. I'm always here Monday through Friday, and I will be back. Thank you, sweetheart. Have a good one, love and light, and I'll be back shortly. Bye, guys. If you book a reading, you can text the shop, and I will answer your text. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of my stream. I will be back.